Howdy, folks. How are you? How's the sound? How's the lighting? And how confident are you about this quiz topic of Disney minions, the Disney villain sidekicks? Do you feel like you could possibly win this quiz? So for me today, I've started work on the on the next Jambareeqi Orange video. I know it's very, very late, but yeah, I've finally just managed to find time to start work on it, and it's gonna be on Star Wars: A New Hope. That's the one that won this one. Yeah, so I've started work on it, and hopefully it'll be up this week. I don't. My schedule's like it's just all over the place at the moment. Everything's very delayed. Everything is very delayed at the moment, and like stuff I wanted out like last month or this month is gonna end up being out next month. It's just, yeah, everything got pushed around, either because of the heat or because of personal stuff in my life, or the fact that the top 5 best and worst buzz video just took way longer than planned. So yeah, everything's kind of chaotic at the moment. Sounds good, lighting's good, excellent. Yeah, it's kind of all over the place. I really just want to catch up with my schedule at the moment. I really just want to catch up and be back on track. Because I don't like when my schedule's out of whack, but unfortunately at the moment it is. Just have to do my best. Because I've got some really exciting ideas for next month's videos that I really want to do, and I don't know if I will, because like it's a bunch of like delayed videos that have been squashed into July now. But like, we'll see. I'm gonna try and get them done. We'll start the quiz soon. Just gonna let people come in at first, let people inside. I'm trying to think what's coming out soon. I swear, I can't remember now. I know four Love for Fun is coming out next week. Listy says hench bows. Yes, the hench bows. That's the topic for this episode. I was just thinking what things are coming out soon that are like big. Oh, Minions. I forgot Minions 2 is coming out on Friday. It's kind of a quiet summer, isn't it, in terms of releases? Like most of the big stuff came out like last month or the month before. Hello, Soda. It's mainly artsy stuff I've seen coming out this summer in terms of schedule. I think that the biggest film coming out is Love and Thunder, Jordan Peele's Nope. That's about it. Does anyone remember anything? Ospardo, I now straight away already know which ones I'm weak on. Pocahontas and Little Mermaid. There will be questions on both of those. Because I think Kronk's the only himbo that I can recall. Listed. There is something obscure coming out soon, and I've completely forgotten what it is. This is what I mean. Like, I have to study the release schedule for the entire year when playing my own video schedule, and even sometimes I forget what the hell's coming out half the time. Sometimes I know, sometimes I don't, and it's not helps that so much is getting delayed. Like, so either things get delayed, or the UK gets it like 3 months later. So my brain is like, like what? What's coming out when? What's going on? Like sometimes I've looked at my schedule. It's like, oh, I have to tie into that film coming out, and I go and check to see more about that film, and it's like, oh, it's been delayed to 2024 in June. I'm like, when? Yeah, because there's Nope coming. Yeah, Nope is coming out. I'm looking forward to that. I really like Jordan Peele's work. So I'm definitely going to check. Well, if I have the money, have the time, I'll definitely check it out. So this is today has been hit or miss. Let me know why that's been so. Sorry it's been a hit or miss. Those are annoying kinds of days where it's like an up-down zigzag. Nope and Avi. Nope.avi. No, AVI. Nope.avi. Listy, or it's only one streaming service and you have to pay extra. Oh, for crying out. You know what really ticked me off the most? Is the fact that Beavis and Butthead Do America, Do the Universe is like I don't know how I can see it. I really, really want to see it. That really annoyed me. Leo, hi Jam. Just had to get some mochi ice cream and a glass of milk before the stream starts. I want to try some mochi ice cream because I think I saw some. I can't remember where. I should not have ice cream after the stream though, because I think I've had ice cream twice since my payday. It's one of the things I missed. But like mochi ice cream, I definitely want to give that a try. See, I've had mochi like twice. I had it once while at Yo Sushi, and like the texture freaked me out. And then I had it another time for like a Let's Try video while I was in my university dorm, and I remember just again finding the texture weird. But I'll give it another shot. My palate has definitely changed over the years, so I'll give it another chance. I mean, like, there's not actually that much food that I dislike. Like, there's a lot of food that I'm like, yeah, put it in me, I'm fine. Like the only ones I don't like cauliflower. Really hate cauliflower. Durian fruit. Can't stand durian fruit whatsoever. I'm sorry, durian fruit fans, but like, I don't know, it just smells and tastes like pain. Leo, the ones I'm on are the chocolate and hazelnut and coconut. Ooh, see that's another thing that's grown on me. I really like coconut now, and like as a kid, it was probably the number one thing that I hated the most. And the first time I ever had anything coconut related was coconut milk from a coconut. My dad bought a coconut, split it for me and my brother. We drank it and we like ran into the garden and spat it out. So I was kind of traumatized by coconut, and I never gave it a chance since. I always avoided the Bounty bars, but nowadays I look at something with coconut and I'm like, ooh, tropical. Howdy, Nick. Kev says, I made the weird decision of getting vanilla ice cream before seeing the black phone. I'm not sure if that's a reference to something, because I've not seen black phone yet and I don't know anything about it. Listy, I used to get it from little supermarkets every time I went to Chinatown. It's about durian. Or mochi. Hi, Multicolored Wiggle. It is a great username, isn't it? Yeah. Mochi. Yeah, the cocoa ones are so divine. Like, coconut ice cream is the best summer thing. Oh, stop. I've had enough ice cream later. I should not have more ice cream. No, it's naughty. I've had Ben & Jerry's twice already this month. Like, not even this month, this week. I have to stop. I need a little gap. And then I'll have like I'll have a tropical ice cream later this summer. Or a slushie. I really want a slushie. Soda, let's just say spoiled milk was almost had. Thank God I saw the date and my laptop no longer accepts my earphones. Those do sound really annoying. I'm really sorry about that. Yeah, yeah, those very, very sorry. Technical issues are a nightmare, and the other situation we're in, they're a nightmare. So I totally get it. I hope things get better. Miss Burley, do you have any cousins? So I have two cousins that are older than me. Two cousins that are older than me, and they live all the way down in the south, around about Dorset. And then I have two cousins that are much younger than me. I think they're teenagers, and like I don't know where they live, but like they're in the south as well. I have a lot of South England relatives, and then I also have two Australian cousins over in Australia. So yeah, I have quite a few cousins, but at the same time, I've actually done my DNA ancestry test, and so I found out like I've got cousins in America, and I already know I had cousins in Ireland. I've got some cousins in Canada, so I've got cousins in New Zealand. I've got cousins everywhere. We definitely should start the stream very soon, by the way. The quiz, sorry, start the quiz. Listy, there used to be a Solero-style ice lolly made with mango ice on the outside and coconut ice cream inside. Amazing. Ooh. Multicolored Wiggle. I need to try other ice cream flavors. I've just stuck with plain vanilla all my life. Come on, be daring, be daring. My favorite is cookie dough. Try some cookie dough. Miss Rose, just to ask, why is anglerfish your favourite animal? Because it's scary as fuck, and it's kind of mysterious, and it's just weird. It has a light bulb on its head, and it has terrifying teeth. It has, like, blank eyes. It's just horrifying. I love it. It's weird. I like weird, scary things, but I also find them kind of cute at the same time because I'm strange, and I just love deep sea animals in general, and the fact that like they're hiding deep down in the ocean. That's so cool to me. I suppose I have 8 cousins, 6 from my mum's side and 2 from my dad's. Wow. Miss Brown, most of my cousins live in Georgia, USA. Soda, I must be some form of attraction to bad luck. No, don't go that far. Sometimes there's just unfortunate coincidences in life. And, like, the real test of character is, like, how would you overcome those unfortunate coincidences? Cursed, I have so many Scottish cousins I've lost count. I think I've got some Scottish cousins as well. Because I think I'm, like, 3% Scottish or something. Like, I realised I've got like a tiny bit of every part of the UK. I know I'm mainly English, but I'm also quarter Welsh. There's part of Dutch. There's Norwegian. There's Danish. There's Swedish. There's all sorts. There's absolutely all sorts. My ancestors went everywhere. Mainly in Europe. They didn't really leave Europe. So it says it's not all doom and gloom. It can sort of work provided I put it in a certain way. I see. Listy, I think I've got about 20 cousins, not including their own children and grandchildren. All right. Right. Let's start this quiz. Main reason we're here. Let's go. Okie dokie. So, for anyone that's new to my quiz streams, first of all, please do not put answers in chat. If you want to participate, you need to join by clicking the quiz kit logo on the side of chat, which you usually find by hovering your mouse over the stream player. Then click allow access and grant permission. And I need to get ready from my side as well. I think I'm barely ready, but I don't have to do much. Luckily, I don't have to do much. Where am I? Where am I on my end? That's not where I'm supposed to be. It's supposed to be over here. There we go. I think I'm sorted on my end. Okay, so once again, if you want, please do not put answers in chat. It's not fair on anyone that's come here for a challenge. If you want to take part in the quiz, if you want to join the quiz, click the QuizKit logo on the side of chat, which you can usually find by hovering your mouse over the stream player, then click allow access and grant permission. Right, just going to give people a chance to set up from their end, and then we'll get on with the quiz. As always, there's 30 questions. First 10 questions are easy, second 10 questions are medium, last 10 questions are hard and usually number based and behind the scenes based. It's the usual. If you've been to one of these streams before, then you know what you're in for. It's definitely a sense of familiarity. Okay, I think we should start. So you should be getting an instruction image very soon, which is basically everything I've already explained before. Ospo says I can only see the logo even after granting permission. Well, at the moment that I don't know what QuizKit is like from a viewer perspective. So it's best to ask someone else. If you get stuck, it's best to ask someone in chat. I don't really have much control from the other end. All I can do from my end is start the quiz and click next question. I'm really sorry. I'm very limited to what I could do. Okay, let's start the quiz. Question 1. In Snow White, which organ does the Queen order the huntsman to bring her after killing Snow White? Is it kidney, liver, heart, or pancreas? So question 1. In Snow White, which organ does the Queen order the huntsman to bring her after killing Snow White? Kidney, liver, heart, or pancreas? And the answer is heart. And you all got it correct. Well done. Okay, on to question 2. Question 2. In Cinderella, what colour dress does Drizella wear to the ball? Is it green, yellow, pink, or blue? So question 2. In Cinderella, what colour dress does Drizella wear to the ball? Green, yellow, pink, or blue? This is all about colour memory. Do you remember the colour of Drizella's dress? That is kind of a mouthful. Drizella's dress. It's green. It's a green dress. Drizella's dress. Drizella dressed drastically. Making it my own tongue twister. Question 3. In Alice in Wonderland, what does the Queen of Hearts have an army of? Monopoly pieces, China dolls, chess pieces, or playing cards? So question 3. In Alice in Wonderland, what does the Queen of Hearts have an army of? Monopoly pieces, China dolls, chess pieces, or playing cards? She has a whole army of something. The answer is playing cards. You all got it correct. Well done. Well done indeed. Okay, on to question 4. Question 4, question 4, question 4. Don't ignore question 4. Question 4. In Sleeping Beauty, what type of bird is Diablo? A crow, a magpie, a raven, or an eagle? So question 4. In Sleeping Beauty, what type of bird is Diablo? A crow, a magpie, a raven, or an eagle? This is pretty much like a bird challenge. Like, how do you know your birds? Can you tell birds apart? Or do you just go, that's a blackbird and that's a blackbird? And the answer is raven. Okay, on to question 5, which means we're halfway through the easy round. Question 5. In Robin Hood, what is Sir Hiss's special ability? Hypnotizing, transformation, invisibility, or telekinesis? So question 5. In Robin Hood, what is Sir Hiss's special ability? Hypnotizing, transformation, invisibility, or telekinesis? What is Sir Hiss's special ability? The answer is hypnotizing. Hypnotizing. Okay, on to question 6. When it loads. Question 6. In Peter Pan, what colour stripes are on Smee's shirt? Orange and green, red and black, yellow and pink, or white and blue? So question 6. In Peter Pan, what colour stripes are on Smee's shirt? Orange and green, red and black, yellow and pink, or white and blue? Leo, answering the Diablo question was a pain because he looks for all like a raven or a crow because his beak and feet aren't black. If Diablo had a beard, I'd be able to guess he was a raven. I get you, I get you. Okay, so the answer was white and blue, and you all got it correct. You all got it correct. Well done. Question 7. Question 7. The Rescuers, what are the names of Madame Medusa's pet alligators? Brutus and Nero, Bogus and Nasher, Bruce and Nevins, or Benny and Ninja? So question 7. In The Rescuers, what are the names of Madame Medusa's pet alligators? Brutus and Nero, Bogus and Nasher, Bruce and Nevins, or Benny and Ninja? The answer is Brutus and Nero. Majority of you got that correct. Well done. Question 8 coming up. Question 8. Don't be late for question 8. Question 8. In the Black Cauldron, how does the Horned King punish his minion, Creeper, whenever he makes a mistake? Smacks his head, whips his back, steps on him, or wrings his neck. So question 8, in the Black Cauldron, how does the Horned King punish his minion, Creeper, whenever he makes a mistake? Smacks his head, whips his back, steps on him, or wrings his neck. The answer is wrings his neck. Leo says, I love gators, and now I want a pairing. I'll call them that. Go for it. Those are awesome names. They are great names. Question 9. In The Great Mouse Detective, which of the following was not on Fidget's list? Uniforms, cotton, gears, or tools? So question 9. In The Great Mouse Detective, which of the following was not on Fidget's list? Uniforms, cotton, gears, or tools? So which of those was not on Fidget's list that Ratkin gave him? And the answer is cotton. Most of you went for cotton. I can't remember what the fourth one actually was. It was uniforms, gears, tools. Okay, so question 10. In Oliver and Company, which dog breed are Roscoe and DeSoto? German Shepherd, Doberman, Boxer, or Bulldog? So question 10. In Oliver and Company... Oh, it was girl. It was girl multicolored wiggle. Yes, it was. So question 10. In Oliver and Company, which dog breed were Roscoe and DeSoto? German Shepherd, Doberman, Boxer, or Bulldog? The answer was Doberman. They were Dobermans. Okay, on to question 11. Question 11, 1-1. Answer question 11, you can go to heaven. Oh, that means we're in the medium round, by the way. In 101 Dalmatians, what does Jasper pick as his weapon to kill the puppies? Chair leg, harpoon spear, medieval sword, or fireplace poker? So question 11, in 101 Dalmatians, what does Jasper pick as his weapon to kill the puppies? Chair leg, harpoon spear, medieval sword, or fireplace poker? The answer is fireplace poker. I knew this was going to happen. I knew people were going to be decided whether it was the chair leg or the fireplace poker. Horace chooses the chair leg. Okay, so question 12. In The Little Mermaid, which of the following is not a nickname that Ursula gives her pet eels, Flotsam and Jetsam? Boys, zappies, poopsies, or babies? So question 12. In The Little Mermaid, which of the following is not a nickname that Ursula gives her pet eels, Flotsam and Jetsam? Boys, zappies, poopsies, or babies? She gives a lot of affectionate nicknames to her little eels. But which of those is the made-up one? The answer is zappies. Zappies is the one I made up. Miss Pearl asks because I'm excited to see the Little Mermaid remake. Not really. Not really excited for any live-action Disney remake. They're all terrible. Okay, next question. Question 13. Finish the blank to these lyrics from Gaston, a Disney Minion song. Who is a man among men? Who's the super blank? So, who's the super success? Who's the super hunter? Who's the superhero? Or who's the super winner? So yeah, is the Gaston lyrics blank? Fill in the blank. Is it success, hunter, hero, or winner? Who is a man among men? Who's the super blank? The answer is success. Oh, people got a little tricky with that one. These minions do have great names, yeah. Question 14. In Pocahontas, which fruit does Percy snack on while taking a bath? Cherries, grapes, apple slices, or bananas? So question 14. In Pocahontas, which fruit does Percy snack on while taking a bath? Cherries, grapes, apple slices, or bananas? You're right, Kirsty, it doesn't rhyme. You'll have to go to Howard Ashman's grave and complain. So the answer was cherries. He's snacking on cherries. So this is why the question was in medium. I had a feeling people were going to, like, be uncertain if it was cherries or grapes. Question 15. In The Lion King 1.5, what is Shenzi's full name revealed to be? Yes, we're going there. Is it Shenzi, Lucy, Helen, Vivian, Jackie, Hyena? Is it Shenzi, Marie, Predatora, Valdetta, Jacqueline, Hyena? Is it Shenzi, Olivia, Hunter, Valerie, Jane, Hyena? Or is it Shenzi, Katie, Hattie, Veronica, June, Hyena? I'm not reading those out again. The answer is Shenzi, Marie, Predatora, Valdetta, Jacqueline, Hyena, and I'm really impressed by how many actually got that one. You've really got to know your Lion King 1.5, which is actually known as Lion King 3 Hakuna Matata in the UK. So question 16. Which Disney minion said the following line? "Da, to think we gotta keep kissing up to that chump. Iago, Kronk, Shenzi, or Anastasia." So question 16. Which Disney minion said the following line? "Da, to think we've got to keep kissing up to that chump. Iago, Kronk, Shenzi, or Anastasia?" The answer is Iago. Most of you went for Iago. Well done. Well done. You've definitely watched Aladdin many times. Okay, on to question 17. In Hercules, which Hercules merchandise does Payne end up buying for himself? Protein bar, soda, baseball cap, or sandals? So question 17. In Hercules, which Hercules merchandise does Payne end up buying for himself? Protein bar, soda, baseball cap, or sandals? What Herc merch does Payne buy for himself? Which really ticks off Hades. The answer is sandals. Oh, I knew this was going to happen. There's going to be a divide. It's Panic buys the soda. Panic buys the soda. Yeah, you really got to remember which out of Payne and Panic who bought what. But Payne bought the sandals. Question 18. Which of the following is not a quote from Kronk? Not a quote from Kronk. Am I fired too? Cheddar Spud's coming up. Which is a real shame because it's going to be delicious. Or you owe me a new acorn. So question 18. Which of the following is not a quote from Kronk? Am I fired too? Cheddar Spud's coming up. Which is a real shame because it's going to be delicious. Or you owe me a new acorn. The answer is am I fired too? That's the one I made up. It was really hard coming up with a fake Kronk line. Really difficult, which shows how much effort the writers put in for that film. Okay, question 19. In Home on the Range, what are the names of the Willy brothers? Is it Randy, Ronald, and Richard? Phil, Gil, and Bill? Dave, David, and Duncan? Or Wally, Jolly, and Jimmy? So in Home on the Range, what are the names of the Willy brothers? Is it Randy, Ronald, and Richard? Phil, Gil, and Bill? Dave, David, and Duncan? Or Wally, Jolly, and Jimmy? I knew this was going to be difficult because this is one of the less popular Disney films, and these are characters that you don't really remember their names. But surprisingly, a lot of you got that right. Well done. It was Phil, Gil, and Bill. Okay, question 20, the last question of the medium round. And then we're going to dive into hell. So question 20, in Wreck-It Ralph, how does Ralph torture answers out of Sour Bill? Ralph sucks on Bill, Ralph electrocutes Bill, Ralph sprinkles sugars in Bill's eyes, or Ralph tickles Bill? So question 20, in Wreck-It Ralph, how does Ralph torture answers out of Sour Bill? Does he suck on Bill? Does he electrocute Bill? Does he sprinkle sugars in Bill's eyes, or does he tickle Bill? The answer is sucks on Bill, which I know out of context doesn't sound right. Sour Bill's voiced by the director, Miss Broyley. He's not just a writer, he's the actual director of the film. Question 21, which means we're on the hard round. Who voiced Anastasia in the original Cinderella from 1950? Lucille Bliss, June Foray, Rhoda Williams, or Doris Day? So, yeah, question 21. Who voiced Anastasia in the original Cinderella? Was it Lucille Bliss, June Foray, Rhoda Williams, or Doris Day? I know what okay, I'll try and do a Kenneth with that one. I can't even do it with Kenneth, even though people say I sound like him. Ralph sucks on Bill. I need to re-listen to what Kenneth sounds like. I can probably do him better. So the answer was Lucille Bliss. Anastasia's actress voiced the teacher in Invader Zim. How did I not know that? That's crazy. Oh my god. Christ. Question 22. Which of the following Disney minions did not appear in the House of Mouse? Hayabusa, Fidget, Snoops, or DeSoto? So question 22. Which of the following Disney minions did not appear in the House of Mouse? Hayabusa, Fidget, Snoops, or DeSoto? This one's going to be tricky. This one's tricky. The answer is Hayabusa, which is the villain's pet falcon. Doesn't appear in House of Mouse. All the others did. Surprisingly, Fidget, Snoops, and DeSoto made appearances. Question 23. Which Descendants film featured Pain and Panic? Descendants, Descendants the Royal Wedding, Descendants 3, or Descendants 2? So question 23. Which Descendants film featured Pain and Panic? Descendants, Descendants the Royal Wedding, Descendants 3, or Descendants 2? You really gotta know your Descendants with this one. There are a lot of knots and yeah, there's a lot of knot questions. It's hard coming with Disney minion questions, okay? The answer is Descendants the Royal Wedding, Pain and Panic appearing. I've not seen it yet, but it's the only Descendants special that's animated, and I've seen a picture of them, and like they're humans in it. They're like, yeah, I don't know what to make of it. I need to actually see the Royal Wedding. Question 24. What is the nickname that Ralph gives Sour Bill in Wreck-It Ralph? Cough Drop, Sourpuss, Mean Green, or Bitterbug? So question 24. What is the nickname that Ralph gives Sour Bill in Wreck-It Ralph? Cough Drop, Sourpuss, Mean Green, or Bitterbug? So what's Ralph's little insult name for Bill? The answer is Cough Drop. Cough Drop. I made up all the others. Okay, we're on to question 25 next, which means we're halfway through the hard round. Question 25. Who voiced Smee in the original Peter Pan? Was it Cameron Mitchell, Ernest Borgnine, Zeppo Marks, or Bill Thompson? So question 25. Who voiced Smee in the original Peter Pan? Was it Cameron Mitchell, Ernest Borgnine, Zeppo Marks, or Bill Thompson? Really got to know your classic Disney voice actors for this one. When I'm doing the voice actors questions lately, I'm trying to avoid the really obvious ones. So I try to go for the ones that like don't get enough attention. But the answer is Bill Thompson. Very, very proud of the ones that went for Bill. Well done, well done. On to question 26. Thompson also voiced the White Rabbit, Jock, and Uncle Waldo. Yep, he did. Yeah, very, very talented voice actor. Question 26. What is the name of the currently in hiatus Disney spin-off show about Gaston and LeFou's adventures going to be called? The Hunter, Handsome and the Fool, No One Like Gaston, or Little Town? So question 26. What is the name of the currently in hiatus Disney spin-off show that's about Gaston and LeFou's adventures going to be called? The Hunter, Handsome and the Fool, No One Like Gaston, or Little Town? The answer is Little Town, and I knew people were going to go straight for No One Like Gaston. It sounds like the better title, doesn't it? It should be the name. It should, but it's called Little Town, even though that was Belle's song. It's weird, it's weird. It's currently in hiatus, as far as Alan Menken has said. Question 27. Who was the supervising animator for Iago in Aladdin? Was it Will Finn, Aaron Blaise, Mark Henn, or Glenn Keane? So question 27. Who was the supervising animator for Iago in Aladdin? Will Finn, Aaron Blaise, Mark Henn, or Glenn Keane? Leo says there was going to be a spin-off show about Gaston LeFou, first in hearing about it. Yeah, Disney keep trying to take like characters from the live-action remakes and turning them into TV shows. Like, That white guy that comes to visit Princess Jasmine in the beginning of the Aladdin remake, he was going to get a TV show. It's weird. It's weird. Yeah, it's weird. The answer is Will Finn. Will Finn was the supervising animator for Yargo. Most went for Mark Henn. Multi has just pointed out that Will Finn will direct Home on the Range. Yes, he did, yeah. Question 28. Which Kingdom Hearts game do Shenzi, Banzai, and Ed appear in? Kingdom Hearts 3, Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory, Kingdom Hearts 2, or Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep? So question 28. Which Kingdom Hearts game do Shenzi, Banzai, and Ed appear in? Kingdom Hearts 3, Melody of Memory, Kingdom Hearts 2, or Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep? And the answer is Kingdom Hearts 2. Oh, you all got it correct. Well done. Well done. Definitely got some Kingdom Hearts fans in chat today. Okay, question 29, which means we're getting closer and closer to the end of the quiz. Question 29. Who portrayed the live-action Diablo, renamed Diavel, in Maleficent? Was it Sam Riley, Ben Hardy, Robert Pattinson, or Eddie Redmayne? So question 29. Who portrayed live-action Diablo, who was renamed Diavel, in Maleficent? Sam Riley, Ben Hardy, Robert Pattinson, or Eddie Redmayne? So, Diablo gets his name changed and has a human form in Maleficent, but who plays him? The answer is Sam Riley. Well, bit of a split. We've got some going for Eddie, most going for Sam, though. We're almost at the last... we're at the last question. We're officially at the last question of the quiz next. So, question 30. Which of the following Disney henchmen made a cameo in Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Sir Hiss, Car, Jasper, or Flotsam? So question 30, which of the following Disney henchmen made a cameo in Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Was it Sir Hiss, Car, Jasper, or Flotsam? This is tricky because Who Framed Roger Rabbit has loads of cameos and a lot of them are kind of in the background. This probably says Car isn't a henchman. Well, mate, there's not that many Disney minions, so I had to stretch it. So the answer was Car, and please don't put answers in the chat, by the way, Mr. Crowley. Multi says technically none of them should be in it. But yeah, Car's in it. So okay, the winner of the quiz is Mr. Crowley. Well done. In second place is Cursed Monster 96. In third place is Listy Ramsey. In fourth place is the multi-colored Wiggle. In fifth place is Leo Mitchell Art. In sixth place is contestant 1. In seventh place is contestant 8. And in 8th place is Soda Engines. And in 9th place is contestant 10. Once again, well done to Mr. Imperioli. Okay, so before I head off, do people have any suggestions for topics I can put in the poll for next week's Twitch quiz? Any suggestions? Like, this is your opportunity now to throw your ideas at me. Don't worry about it, Kiss. Well done for being second place. Multicle says, I have nothing. That's harsh. Fourth place is pretty good. Fourth place is pretty good. Ospoder says, dang, I was trying to write easy in the Lion King 3 question, but the program exited. If only I used the computer. Yeah, I hear that Quizcutters is used on a computer. At least as background characters make it really hard, hence why it was the last question. Multicolored Wiggle. No, I mean, I have no nominations this week. Oh, right, okay. I was gonna say, I have nothing. Out of context, does sound almost like a Charles Dickens orphan. If you have no suggestions, it's totally fine. I just like to give people opportunity as a reward for coming to the stream. If you want to throw a suggestion at me, go for it. I already have loads of ideas for the poll, but this is your chance to throw some at me. Multi says, no, I'm proud of doing as well as I did. You should be. You should be. 4th place is great. So yeah, any suggestions before I head off? I'm not in any rush. Don't worry. I'm only kind of like finishing research for something at the moment. As part of Disney TV spin-off characters. What do you mean by that? Sorry. Do you mean like things like Tailspin and stuff like that? It's a bit of a mouthful, if I'm honest. Like if I did Disney TV spin-off shows, maybe that could work. I don't know. Horror films. I want to save horror-related stuff for October. I want to do lots of horror quizzes in October. I like to save horror for October, unless a big horror film is coming out. Gene Bean suggests Rick and Morty. Maybe, but like I've not seen Rick and Morty for ages, so I'm not very up to date with it. And if I was to do a quiz, it'd be like the first couple of seasons, so that's as much as I've seen. I kind of gone off it. I kind of gone off like adult edgy shows in general. I'm liking my wholesome stuff at the moment. Lissy says, wait, Tailspin. I can't remember the Tailspin theme, so I can't really sing it very accurately. I've not seen Tailspin in years. Not seen it since I was a kid. I remember, if I'm honest, when it comes to like Jungle Book spin-offs, the one I remember more than Tailspin was definitely Jungle Cubs. I remember Jungle Cubs a lot more fondly and strongly compared to Tailspin. Listy says it holds up quite well. I'll definitely keep it in mind. I've been curious about checking it out. I mean, it was Tailspin was kind of like my era as well, because I was born in 1990, I kind of caught the beginning of like 80 shows. Leo, I'm going to suggest Greek Mythology again. Why not? It's already on there, Leo, because one, I knew you were going to suggest it, and two, For Love and Thunder comes out next week, and it ties into Greek mythology. So yeah, 2 reasons to nominate it. And I hope it does win, because like that'd be fun. A nice change of pace. So the most adult cartoons are basically the same show. Kinda, sorta. Listy, apart from the usual racial stuff of the time. Liam, oh my god, I love Jungle Cubs. Never ever even seen or heard of Tailspin until I was grown up. Yeah, thanks for making me and Listy feel old. Which I feel like is the result of nearly every stream when Listy's here. Me and Listy will just sit over here, the old people corner. Ospardo, I remember only that the Jungle Cubs exist because it was the one that actually aired in Israel in our Disney afternoon called Disney Time. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't remember what Jungle Cubs was about or what it was like. I just remember it. I just remember it. I remember watching it every school day morning and really enjoying it. The thing is as well, I've always wanted to do a video mainly on like British. Oh, I really said that very British, didn't I? British. I want to do like a video on like British live action kids shows, like CBBC and CITV shows. I really want to do like a retrospective on them, on the ones I grew up with, in the same vein as like my World of British Cartoons series, kind of in the same vein. It's just trying to work out how to word it, how to market it, that kind of stuff. Like, I'd love to do something like that. I'd talk about things like Queen's Nose, Ace Lightning, Chucklevision, why have I forgotten more? Bernard's Watch, Tracy Beaker, stuff like that. I'd love to just do a whole video on those shows. Eventually. This is no worries, old man Jam. Here, have some Werthers. Oh, thank you. Oh, no! Listy, I wasn't the age demographic anymore for Jungle Cubs when it came out. Still watched it, though. Soda, I remember it being about the young adventures of the characters from the movie. Yeah, that's all I remember. I just remember having fun with it. Listy, oh man, for some reason, the puppet show The Riddlers terrified me when it was on. What's The Riddlers? As part of characters exposed me to a lot of British kid shows and cartoons, like the one with the living scarecrow, Wars of Gummidge. Yeah, that was kind of my time. Wurzel Gummidge. I remember, even as a kid, I thought Wurzel was kind of weird. I was like, what the hell is this scarecrow? I don't really have strong memories of it, but like, I remember it was there. I'm trying to remember some other like British kids shows that I grew up with. Flip. Why has my mind gone blank? No, that's Australian. Demon Headmaster, which is like surprisingly dark as hell for a kid's show. It was about this headmaster who could hypnotize, and like he hypnotized kids and started a cult. Yeah. But like he tries to do like a different scheme every season, and in one season he tries to like, I can't remember it now, but like yeah, it's a new scheme every season, and it's kind of a weird ass show. The Queen's Nose had a great theme song. It did, didn't it? Yeah. Listy, look it up. Terrifying Hoggle-looking things. When you say something like that, I'm thinking of like Terrorhawks. Terrorhawks that had like kind of like Esparto, Thunderbirds, and the other show like it. Yeah, marionette shows by Jerry Anderson. Like Stingray, Stingray, Captain Scarlet, Captain Scarlet. I was mad into Jerry Anderson as a kid. I was crazed by Jerry Anderson, and I had the Tracy Island toy set as well. I played around with that, and like the Tracy Island set, I could literally like you could hide each ship in the Tracy Island. And like, there's so many interactive details with it. You could find little holes, little corners, little doors all around. It was an awesome toy set. It was so cool. But at the same time, there were a lot of kids in the 90s that couldn't afford the Tracy Island set, so they would actually make it with help of Blue Peter. Blue Peter's another British kids show. Blue Peter was classic. Soda, John Pertwee from Doctor Who to Scarecrow. Yep. Try to remember some other. Tell you what, I'm gonna Google some British TV shows just so I can remember them. British kids shows. Oh, I'm remembering some like game shows. Do I remember 50/50? 50/50 was sick. 50/50 was awesome. I always wanted to go on it, even though I hated my school. I was like, damn, that looks so fun. And Get Your Own Back as well. Get Your Own Back was great. Get Your Own Back was basically. It was a show where kids would like challenge their teachers, and that if they or something like that, and if their teachers lost, that they could put slime on them. It was so fun. It was crazy. Listy, my cousin had Thunderbirds and the Batmobile and the Ghostbusters and Mighty Max. I had the Mighty Max, and I don't know how I kept my Mighty Max, because my Mighty Max was like that small, but I managed to keep it for ages. And I think I had it on like a little tiny skull. In terms of, yeah, I had the Batmobile. I had a load of different Batman figures, like Batman Ninja and like some kind of golden Batman, I think, as well. Loads of Batman figures. Ghostbusters, I don't think I had any Ghostbusters. I mainly had the Power Rangers toys. Leah, the one show I always wanted to go on was Dick and Dom and the Bungalow. See, here's the thing. Dick and Dom and the Bungalow it came out when I was pretty much like done with like kid shows. Like, it was kind of like after my time. I had nothing against it, and sometimes I'd watch it not because I liked it, but because it was the only thing that would be on a Saturday. And I think I couldn't get into it because Saturday TV growing up just had like the highest kind of standard for me that was set by SMTV and Dig It. Like anything that like took over those generations, and Live and Kicking, anything that took over those shows, that time period, that time slot, I had huge expectations, and I feel like maybe Dick and Dom didn't reach those expectations, because SMTV Live, basically with SMTV Live, imagine Dick and Dom, but Dick and Dom were also drunk. Like, just imagine a crazier and edgier version of Dick and Dom, but that was SMTV Live. It was the last children's show that Ant and Dec did before they went into like Saturday entertainment, and it's bonkers. It's absolutely bonkers. The stuff that they got away with on SMTV was insane. SMTV made Dick and Dom look cute. But speaking of Dick and Dom, though, I did go to, when I was at college, I went to like Richard McCord, who's Dick. I went to like a talk that he did because I was doing media studies at the time. So Dick's walked past me before. This is I Want to Be on Funhouse. That sounds familiar. A Nightmare. I don't remember Nightmare. Listed says SMTV was great. Yes. Dick dressed up as Misty from Pokemon gave me confusing feelings. The Pokemon bit was so weird and has not aged very well at all. Some of the jokes in the Pokemon one are like, what? It was crazy. Yeah, it was a nut show. Like it's really hard to explain to people that didn't grow up with SMTV what it was like because you kind of had to be there, and you had to remember that children's entertainment back then was kind of like a bit too cutesy, and SMTV came right out of nowhere, and like. I don't know, like, there were some very adult jokes in it, and, like, everyone mainly watched it for Chums, which was, like, a Friends parody. People literally tuned in to see this Friends parody they did on it. It was crazy. And Wonky Donkey was... You could not do Wonky Donkey today. So basically what would happen would be, they would have, like, some kind of, like, diorama that would meant to, like, resemble a pun. But it was meant to resemble a pun, and kids would have to call Ant and Dec up and say what they think the pun is based on the diorama. And if they got it wrong, Dec would shout at the kids in a very playful, kind of like funny way, and the kids on the phone would find it very funny as well. But I don't think you could do it today because he went nuts. He went absolutely nuts. He was like, you just berate these kids, and the kids on the phone would find it funny. But like, yeah, it's kind of crazy. Ospardo, kind of unrelated, but YouTube recommendations. Maybe check on this weird cartoon from the 90s called The Twisted Tales of Felix the Cat. Heard of it? It's like if the 90s Woody Woodpecker show fused with Ren and Stimpy. Definitely the best thing to come from Felix the Cat, in my opinion. I'll definitely keep it in mind. I'm enjoying talking about British kids shows. I'm talking about that for a little bit before I head off, because this is one of my favourite things to talk about. I'm looking at these other things. Worst Witch. Remember Worst Witch? The original Worst Witch. The 90s Worst Witch was great. What else is there? You put 90s in to really narrow it down. Why does it do that? Sooty, I've talked about that before. What is going on? Give me the full list. You weirdo. It's a slideshow. The Riddlers. Oh, yeah, listing mentioned the Riddlers. I know what you're talking about now. Grange Hill. I remember Grange Hill and Biker Grove. But I remember Biker Grove more because I had a great theme song. It's like, Biker Grove! Oh! It was great. Potter and Pierce, I didn't grow up with that. Brum was a classic. Brum was great. I really want to cover Brum one day because it's technically puppetry. It's just a car. It's just this car that's going on adventures. That's all it is. It's like a car puppet going on adventures. What was there? Queen Nose. Yep. Art Attack. This is an art attack. This is an art attack. This is Art Attack. Art Attack was classic. I remember loving Art Attack. I think out of all the shows I saw, Art Attack was the one I was always wanting to like recreate from. But I also remember watching Smart as well, really loving Smart, because I loved Mark. I loved Mark to bits because like I loved that he was both creative but also was kind of silly and funny at the same time, and like he was one of my childhood heroes because of that. Danger Mouse, OG Danger Mouse, yeah, I did grow up with that. Not very strong feelings about it, but like I grew up with it. Listy, no one knew that comedy could ever be this way. Every week a different show, yet somehow all the same. We'll be chums forever. We'll be jolly good chums. Yes. Here's the thing, Listy. I really want to do a video on SMTV Live, but like there's hardly any footage, and at the same time there's already a documentary on it. It's like if anyone's curious about SMTV Live and knowing like what it was like and its importance and its impact, and like go watch the documentary on it, because it's a fascinating show that it's crazy it existed. Soda, I never got into Grange Hill because why would I watch a show about school after school? Yeah, I get you. I think that's the reason I didn't watch those like school soaps either. I was like, I don't want to see this. But at the same time, Biker Grove was where Ant and Dec started. Listy, woof, because a boy turning into a dog and then ending up naked, awkward situations were entertaining to us. I can't. What was woof? Ozparty, sorry. I grew up with Brum. Oh my god, only from the third season onwards, the ending theme from them was an ironic bop. Sorry. Soda, Art Attack. Leo says, Art Attack was my life. I made so many great projects, statues and all sorts of with papier mâché. I even remember making a paper bin that looked like a shark leaping from the waters with its jaws being the bin. Yeah, it's because Neil made you want to make those things. I think that's why I wasn't that interested in making stuff. I wasn't interested in making stuff from Blue Peter because they were just like, okay, here's the first 2 steps. They're really easy, and this is the finished product. It didn't really make you want to do it, but like Neil Buchanan, like when he made stuff, you were like, he looks like he's having so much fun doing that, and you get to see the whole process. I could do that. I could do that bit. I could do that bit. Neil was a much better presenter. But that's the thing, because like CITV was a lot edgier compared to CBeebies. Or CBBC, sorry. Listing. My parents were aliens. My parents are aliens! Yes! Oh, I really want to cover that one day. I really do. I don't know how well it's held up, but like, I remember being obsessed with that show. And I remember being peed off when they changed the characters. That was so annoying. I remember loving that show. Soda. Only thing I liked about Grange Hill was the intro. I can't remember what the intro sounds like. Leo, I'd sit at a little desk that was built into a wall at my grand's house. I'd sit on a tool stall, and that was my workstation. So much acrylic paint and PVA glue was used for all those years of projects. Dang. I won't be surprised if I made hundreds of projects thanks to Art Attack. Yeah, Art Attack and Smart got me into doing creative things. Blue Peter failed at that. I'm trying to look for the list now. Live and Kicking. Okay, Listy, you've got to remember Live and Kicking. That was... like, nobody remembers Live and Kicking. Live and Kicking came before... It came before things like Dig It and SMTV and Dick and Dumble. Like, it goes quite far by, like, early 90s. And, like, Live and Kicking... I can barely remember, but, like, it was my first ever, like, Saturday morning kid show. And the main thing I remember from it... And it was hosted by... I think it was Zoe Ball and Jamie Theakston. And the main thing I remember from it was, like, that's how we saw Rugrats. Rugrats was introduced with Live and Kicking. Leah says, Basil Brush was my most PG introduction to British comedy aside from watching Blackadder. I was part of, oh wait, it took me a while because the English title didn't stick out immediately to me. But yes, Art Attack was the last thing I watched as a kid. So no, we are just full of nostalgia right now. Yeah, I love nostalgia. Listy, the theme tune is in my head right now, but I actually missed it, LK, because I was asleep. Boom, boom. See, I couldn't get into Basil Brush, and the reason's kind of unfair. It was because my parents hated Basil Brush, and like, sometimes I kind of like didn't care what my parents thought of stuff I watched, but sometimes, if they were really annoyed, I felt bad for liking something. Like, if something genuinely annoyed my parents, I wouldn't like it too. And that's changed, obviously, since I've become an adult. Now I've got my own tastes. But, like, as a kid, I guess I just really respect my parents' opinions on it, or maybe trust my parents' opinions too much. Bodger and Badger! Oh, Bodger and Badger! It's such a stupid-ass show, but so funny. So good. I think I wanted to cover it before on Puppet Panic. Like, Bodger and Badger, I didn't know how to explain, but, like, it's this badger that lives with this guy and throws mashed potato everywhere. That's all I remember. Mashed potato! Everybody knows Badger loves mashed potato! Ospardo. Listy was saying I prefer Bodger and Badger to Basil. And yeah, I did too, yeah. Bodger was just crazier and more fun. So does anyone remember a puppet show about mice and rats that lived in a library? Not really, sorry, no. What's next? Philip Schofield and Gordon the Gopher. That was a bit before me. A little bit before me. That's probably Listy's generation. Pigeon Street, I don't remember. Bertha, I didn't remember. I know of it. What else? Rhubarb and custard. That was classic. Paddington. Okie dokie. I've talked about that before. Come on, give me something interesting. Finders Keepers. Don't remember that. Funhouse. It's ringing a bell, Funhouse, but I don't know why it's not sticking with me. Mr. Ben. I remember watching Mr. Ben in the morning. Chucklevision. Okay, Chucklevision. That's another show I couldn't get into because my parents hated the Chuckle Brothers so much. I guess it's because, like, my mum has a very Queen's English kind of accent, and when she's annoyed and when she's opinionated, like, she sounds really authentic. So she'd be like, "Oh, Basil Brush, no, terrible show. Chuckle Brothers, no, not funny." So, like, I thought her criticism was more refined than it was. Leo, I still remember some jokes from the show. Have we met? I'm a new carrot. Oh, that's nice. Not really. I'm a complete scumbag. Rainbow, I've talked about Rainbow before. Panic. Listed Gordon's definitely my gen. It is, yeah, a bit before me. That was like CBBC at the most humble time. It was like a tiny little room with one host and a puppet. Really freaking tiny room. Leo says Chuckle Brothers, another show whose comedy holds up well. I don't know. I've not watched Chucklevision in a while, and again, it's because my parents kept telling me that they were bad. I don't think for myself as a kid, but I remember having very fond memories of the Chuckle Brothers game show. I loved the Chuckle Brothers game show. I loved it. Listy, Zig and Zag were for the edgy kids that still like puppets but wanted to look cool. Zig and Zag, yes, I love Zig and Zag. Like, if you're gonna talk about CBBC puppets, because like there was a lot of different CBBC puppets, but Zig and Zag was mine was Zig and Zag, but also Neville from Smile. Like, to me, those were the CBBC puppets. No others. All the others, I'm like, who the hell are you? But Zig and Zag were great. I love Zig and Zag. They got their own cartoon show, by the way. There's a show with plant men that live in a flower, Bill and Ben. Soda, I remember Story Keepers. It was on CBBS, and little did I know it would be my introduction to the cat from Red Dwarf. What else is there? Butter Moon. Hey, Butter Moon. I know of it. Flam and Sand, yeah, I've talked about that before. Banana Man, I remember existed, but I never actually watched. Johnny Briggs. Well, that's probably Listy's generation. Yeah, that's List. I've just seen it's from the 80s. Charlie Chalk. Oh, I'm definitely going to do a video on Charlie Chalk. Absolutely going to do a video on Charlie Chalk. Because there's... The thing with Charlie Chalk's just about this clown that lives on an island. That's it. That's the premise. But what's so fascinating to me about it is that Charlie Chalk was also the mascot for, like, a British tavern. I think it was called Thayer's Brewers or something like that. Something weird like that. And, like, every time I went to these taverns, they would have, like, a Charlie Chalk area. Like a little... It would be a play area based around Charlie Chalk. And I love going to that play area. And I really want to do a video because it's kind of interesting. Because Charlie Chalk to us is our Ronald McDonald. And, like, nobody really knows of Charlie Chalk now. Be interesting to say to like, show Americans, hey, this is our Ronald McDonald. Leo, the Chuckle Brothers in their beds. What time is it, Barry? I don't know if I can't do very good, even though I'm a Yorkshireman, I don't think I can do very good Chuckle Brothers. They're just, I don't know, I'll check. Plays the trombone. Who's playing trombone at 2 in the morning? Okay, that's a good one. Yeah, I'm just gonna Charlie Chalk one day. Right, I better head off. It was very fun to end this like the last half an hour of this quiz talking about British kids shows. I'd love to do a whole stream on them, if I'm honest. I'd love to do like a whole stream where we just talk about stuff we remember growing up. I'd love to have like a nostalgia themed stream one day. Leo just says, it's weird how we had shows like The Clangers, Bagpuss, Brum, etc. These very quiet shows that always kept us hooked. I wonder if American viewers, especially Americans suits in charge of TV shows, would ever have the patience for them. No, I doubt it. I actually doubt it. I've done a video on Bagpuss before, and I don't think America would like get it. I really don't. is way too chilled out for them. Let's see. I remember eating from the Charlie Chalk menu, especially the type of meat / veggie burger, beans and chips. Hang on. I'm going to see if I've got it. I hope I got it, but bear with me. Bear with me. I really, really hope I still have it. Might take me a moment to find it. Oh, no. I got it. No, I got it. What the hell's that? What is that? Okay. Right, back with me to find it. So, growing up, my mum had scrapbooks, and she's handed me one of them because it has a Charlie Chalk related thing in it that I really want to bring up. And I'm going to try. It's very bent. I'm sorry, it's very bent. But these are the scrapbooks. My mum had all these different scrapbooks. For some reason, they had these covers on them. And let me see if I can find. Oh, I've got some interesting. I went to Cadbury World. There was a theme park for Cadbury chocolate I went to as a kid. I'm going to try and find Charlie Chalk, but at the same time, if there's anything else interesting, I'll show it. I can only show picture. If there's a picture of me, I'll show it as well, because I can only show me. I don't have permission from my relatives to show them, but like, there's a picture of me at Cadbury World. It's really hard to see. Right, where is? Oh, here we go. I've got the Charlie Chalk menu listy. I've got the Charlie Chalk menu. Wait, are people leaving? People are leaving. I'm just starting to get this out. I shouldn't have said I'm gonna go. Okay, so Charlie Chalk. This was the Charlie Chalk menu. I have the original menu from the 90s. Let's see what kind of things were like available on the menu. Oh wow, the prices! The prices on this menu for a tavern, for a family tavern. Like a main course is $1.85. So there's Edward's Burger, Mildred's Sausages, Trader Joe's Gold Nuggets, Arnold's Fish Fingers, Lewis Doug's Special Pizza, Bert's Cheesy Grill. 45p for drinks. 50p for desserts. They're probably tiny desserts, but still. 50p for starters. Oh, they had the Charlie Chalk's goodie bags as well. But yeah, this is what the menu looks like inside. And these are all the characters from the Charlie Chalk TV show. That is the crazy prices. Oh, and it was called Brewers Fair. That's it, and that was the logo. So Charlie Chalk was the mascot for Brewers Fair. And I really want to do a video on Charlie. Before I go, I'll see if there's anything else that's interesting in here that you all might like to see. Even though I just said I'm gonna go. Picture of the Dome. The Dome was like a place I went to ice skate at. So yeah, the Dome. It was like a Sheffield. No, it's Doncaster kind of place to. Oh, my mum also wrote diaries with these scrapbook entries as well, and for Brewers, when we went to Charlie Chalk's, it says when we had finished. I'm going to do my mum's accent. When we had finished swimming, we had a shower and got dressed. On the way out, we saw the skaters on the ice rink. We all agreed that we wanted to go skating one day. We got in the car and went to Charlie Chalk's. I think my mum would kill me for doing an impression of her. Oh, here we go, Charlie Chalk goodie bag. Charlie Chalk goodie bags. This is what they look like in the 90s. Look at the colour scheme on that thing. I love it. These are definitely things I'll show in the Charlie Chalk video for sure. What we got? A Freddo jigsaw. What the... Chessboard, fun. Oh, here we go. Some more Charlie Chalk stuff. These were like colouring things you could get with your Charlie Chalk meal. I think that is the end of the book. Which gives me... This was all the way back... Okay, this was all the way back in 1996. This was scrapbook of 1996. He's so old! Right, I'm definitely gonna leave. I'm leaving now. I'm really enjoying myself. I've got to finish my research work. But yeah, hope you're happy. Hope you're smiling. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Have a good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, whatever time it is for you.